Hello and welcome back to the Life Writing Worldwide podcast. I'm your host, Chris Jones. Good to see you guys again. Self care awareness is the topic that I want to expound upon just a little bit, mainly stemming from an article that I posted just last week. Self care awareness goes a long way. Uh, Breaking down, identifying, and breaking down certain facets of self care awareness. And the way it's broken down via the article, and I'm going to try to do my best to convey it here, it's in a very succinct way and in four major buckets that many of us, if not all of us, uh, deal in and toy in and around virtually every day. So the first one is the physical aspect of self care. But there are a couple of activities tied to the physical self care as well. And I'm going to actually be showing you guys a couple of pictures, and I think I'm going to roll one video in just to kind of show you, literally show you what these particular concepts look like. So, again, the first one, the physical part, and is mainly evolved around exercise. Exercising has been almost, I have to admit, guys, it's been almost non-existent. And I keep saying I've had so much going on. I have so much going on, but I still got to get it in there, right? How can I say this, capture this information, and not be doing it myself, right? Got to practice what you preach, kind of thing. So exercising in itself, I'm trying to turn. But to piggyback on that exercise, and speaking of which, I told you I have a picture, right? I was exercising, y'all. I was by myself in the southern part of Baltimore, the Baltimore Peninsula. It's considered somewhat South Baltimore, but anyway, a very nice area, up and coming area, turning into a quasi tourist destination, I should say, here in Baltimore. But I just decided to go out and get some exercise in early that morning, and it felt so great. So again, that's the first part of self care, the physical portion in itself. And then I like to touch on the mental aspect of self care, mindfulness activities that will help you to manage stress. Some people even seek professionals. So a lot of people lose sight of that too. Professionals, counselors, therapists, right? They can also help you kind of brainstorm things. You may get stuck, in some part of your life, and you just need some help. Again, that sounding board, someone you can trust and confide in. At that picture, what I want to share is the peer, right? So let me explain. Anyone who knows me know I love, love, love water. Okay, namely the ocean. But it doesn't have to be the coast. It can be a large body of water, a nice lake, pond. I'm from Georgia, rural Georgia, so we grew up around ponds. A nice stream where you can, hear the water bouncing off the rocks or bouncing through a limb that may have falling into the water or something like that. That type of mindfulness, um, it soothes the mental. My go-to is always something around the water. The third one I like to mention is the socially and and emotional side of self-care. Um, that's usually akin to just relationships. One or two people, a few people, what have you. You can, you know, facilitate a lot of this via cookouts and gatherings and such. Here in Baltimore, I tailgate a lot prior to some of the major games, mainly the Ravens, football season, but I do it for some baseball games as well. But my point is having those people around you to be able to break bread with, like literally talk to and share certain feelings with one another, expressing yourself. Again, as I said earlier, building those healthy relationships. Two of the guys, a picture I want to show, This is Big Dave and my other brother Trey, two of the guys in the neighborhood here in Baltimore, who I hang out with a lot, from time to time, spend time with, creating again those relationships, but not just the relationships, those healthy relationships that are going to satisfy, my emotional and social side of my self care. So these are all things that again we do, but I just wanted to break it down in a way that will make it more relative or relatable, if you will. And lastly, the spiritual side of it all. Oh boy. So, one thing that I like doing, I enjoy hiking, walking through the woods. Again, Georgia boy from rural Georgia. Uh, I love walking trails, hiking trails, running trails. When I used to run like that, something else that I want to start doing more of again. But again, it's just for that spiritual side of things, making that connection with the earth and listening to the birds chirp and um, uh, it could be water again, right? You see the water in the background or alongside, I should say, the hiking path or trail there. It's just it's a beautiful thing to get out there and become like almost one with nature. Hitting those trails again, I found it to be a place that I could like sometimes meditate. You get away from the hustle and bustle, and it's quiet, it's serene, and you see the beauty of nature, the leaves, you see the greenery there. It's going to be fall soon, one of my favorite times of the year. So I'm going to be back out there again. But these are some of the things, again, that we can do to take care of ourselves. I do have one video. I think I can get to it. There it is. Look at that. I mean, how can you, come on, you're in the trail, on the trail alongside some water. It's soothing. Even if you're by yourself, you're listening to your boots hit the ground. Again, as I said, you hear the birds chirping, everything around you is still, and you're just taking it in, getting that mental right, getting that spiritual, making that spiritual connection, getting the physical in because you're out there hiking, right? Which is can be a form of exercising in and of itself that's going to ultimately get that mental in check and as well. So, again, I just wanted to share those things with you. Self care awareness is so important. It's a real holistic approach to taking care of yourself, and it's not a selfish act. A lot of folks would think, well, it's so self centered. You're selfish to take care of yourself. Well, you're not taking care of yourself. This is like one of those after you've taken care of, if you have dependents and especially younger ones, you've taken care of them, and now you're looking at yourself, or you looking at yourself inward. You're looking inward first to make sure you are in the right mindset. You are, physically fit to be able to take care of those other ones. But you want to be very intentional and aware that you're taking care of yourself first. You need that energy and the attention on yourself to give you what you need in order to take care of everyone else. So, self care awareness, again, as I always say, it's just that being aware of yourself, taking care of every aspect of yourself, the physical, emotional, mental, spiritual side of things, to make sure uh, your entire body, right, has what it needs to get you to where you want to be. So, as always, everyone, thank you so much for listening in. You can get more information at lifewriting.com. We are doing a lot of things. I'll be recording a little more, so stay tuned for that. I'll have the time to record a little more. I'll share some more tidbits about that. sometime soon. As I always say, like a video, comment, and share. Let folks know about it, or leave me a comment or send me a message too to let me know if there's something you want to see, you want me to do a little differently, or what have you, a topic that you want me may want me to address. Also, you can follow, me and what we're doing at lifewriting.com at Mr. Life Writing on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So don't hesitate to follow me there. I've seen a couple of you guys as of late. You follow me, I follow you back. Thank you guys again for your continued support. As you know, lifewriting.com in and of itself and its mediums, the blog and the podcast, are two of our main ways that we want to inform and inspire people to live and write the lives they desire. Thanks as always for supporting, and take care.